Good evening. Welcome to the Clark Magnet High School's graduation ceremony for the class of 2020.
I'm Ali Solomonian, the ASB president of Clark Magnet High School. Let's begin by saying the Pledge of Allegiance together. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'm Elena Akopyan, principal of Clark Magnet High School. On behalf of our distinguished faculty, staff, and administration, I'm delighted to welcome you to the 2020 graduation ceremony. We recognize and celebrate these extraordinary students whose steadfast dedication to their studies enabled them to attain academic excellence. I'd like to recognize the teacher and staff of Clark Magnet High School. Your hard work and dedication has contributed to our success as a school. Thank you for ensuring that our outstanding graduates have had exemplary role models and a strong foundation of educational excellence. Clark has been honored as a National Blue Ribbon School of Excellence, a California Distinguished School, a California Gold Ribbon School, a California Green Ribbon School, and Title I Achieving School. These distinctions recognize our students' academic achievement. During the seniors' time at Clark, our school received a number of accolades and awards. Last year, Clark was named a California Distinguished School for the third time in its history for achieving exceptional student performance and closing the achievement gap. Clark was also recognized as having an exemplary program in the areas of career technical education. Only 9 high schools in the state of California received this distinction. This builds on school's previous success and recognition by the California School Boards Association with the Golden Bell Award, given for our school's excellence in science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. Annually, Clark is recognized by the California Business for Education Excellence Star Honor Roll program. Most recently, the Educational Results Partnership named Clark an honor roll school, which makes Clark just one of only 1,831 schools to receive this honor. At the beginning of this school year, we were excited to learn that Niche rated Clark Magnet as the #2 standout high school in Los Angeles. Also this year, the U.S. News and World Report Best High Schools report ranked Clark in the top 2% of high schools in the nation. Since last year, Clark's ranking rose almost 20 spots on the list of California high schools, placing our school among the top 2.5% of high schools in California. Clark recently was selected to receive the 2020 Civic Learning Award of Merit. Clark was among only 75 California schools recognized this year. Our strong ethics curriculum and our focus on service learning projects and community involvement truly sets us apart. And the biggest news of all, Clark Magnet has received national recognition by the U.S. Department of Education as one of their 2020 Green Ribbon Schools honorees. We are so proud to be among this elite group of only 39 schools, 11 districts, and 5 post-secondary institutions in the nation, because it validates our efforts to reduce our environmental impact, improve health and wellness, and ensure effective sustainability education. Clark is also one of the 5 California schools to earn the highest possible honor at the state level, being named a 2020 Green Achiever. This is great news and a very special honor for us. These local, state, and national honors are a testament of the dedication of Clark staff, students, parents, GUSD staff, and board members over the years. Thank you for making this level of achievement possible. Clark is well known for its award-winning programs and for preparing students for college and career readiness. It is an honor to present the following programs and courses that have achieved success this year. Mock Trial Team, Publications, Robotics, Team 696, Skills USA Teams. Named certificate recipients, Geology of Disaster, GIS and Remote Sensing, Environmental GIS, Scholastic Bowl Team, Dual Enrollment GCC classes, Speech, Business, Architecture, and Theater Arts, Cinematography, Animation, Design, Engineering and Manufacturing, Business Tech, and Photography. These programs and experiences are what make a Clark education truly unique. Seeing all of you already on the path to success gives me a great joy as an educator and especially as your principal. Success, a word that has taken permanent residence in our collective vocabulary. Yet, how do we define it? How do we measure the amount of effort, commitment, and persistence that are encompassed in two tiny syllables? Pelé once said, "Success is no accident. It is hard work, perseverance, learning, studying, sacrifice, and most of all, love of what you're doing or learning to do." Given that definition, today is most certainly a success. It is the culmination of 13-year journey forged through hard work and determination. But this accomplishment, graduating from high school, is the cornerstone on which a lifetime of successes will be built. Students, parents, and staff, this year has brought us challenges beyond our greatest imagining. It has tested what we once thought were our limits only to show us that our potential is boundless. It has reminded us of the intrinsic value of social connectedness, even while it has forced us into isolation. Mostly, it has encouraged us to reimagine our way of living and learning, and in doing so, it has propelled our sense of innovation. With resilience, grit, and will to succeed, we've adopted to these new norms of social distancing and remote learning in a remarkable way. Through it all, we have sought comfort in the strength and constancy of our tight-knit Clark community. Esteemed parents, the success of this moment also belongs to you. You have loved, nurtured, and taught your children every day of their lives. 4 years ago, you entrusted your most precious asset to us with the unspoken agreement that we would love, nurture, and teach them with the same depth of care. Together, we will now sending these young adults out into the world to make their mark and embrace all the goodness that life has in store for them. Rest assured, dear parents, they are prepared. They are young people of strong character and are driven by their vision for the future. Like the graduating classes before them, their contributions will be forever imprinted into Clark's heritage. We thank you, parents, for sharing your bright lights with us. Teachers, for the last 4 years, you have housed these students in your classrooms, graded their essays, answered their questions, and taught them across every academic discipline. Yet, your work did not begin or end there. You also built relationships, provided a safe space, encouraged, and mentored. Long after the classroom lessons have faded into distant memory, the valuable life lessons you've imparted will only become more relevant with time. This is the beauty of the work that you do, and therein lies your success. We thank you. Class of 2020, You and I embarked on this new journey together. You as high school freshmen, and I in my first principalship, and what a success story we have written. For this, you will always hold a special place in my heart. Today, we celebrate you not solely because you are graduating, although that is a momentous in itself. We celebrate you because you have succeeded in learning and evolving into the best versions of yourself. You have navigated the demands of senior year at Clark, complete with senior project, college applications, rigorous courses, and the tribulations of simply being a teenager. As you look eagerly towards the next phase of your lives, remember that there are infinite versions of success. Success is the willingness to confront that obstacles that once seems insurmountable. Success is the kind word, the compassionate gesture you extend when you come across someone in need. Success is embodied in those difficult moments when your principles triumph over the seeming ease of remaining complacent. My esteemed seniors, don't just strive for success, pursue it passionately. Actively seek it in all of your endeavors, personal, professional, and academic. And when it materializes, grip it tightly, not for the glory of the achievement itself, but for the road that brought you there. Foster relationships that enhance your life. Accept others unconditionally and find treasure in diversity. Remain steadfast in your values and firm in your sense of self. Crave knowledge and chase learning at every opportunity. Allow your ambitions to direct your goals and never seek shelter in your comfort zone when the greatest gifts lay just beyond. And when you encounter adversity, meet it with courage, as you will find it to be a valuable ally in your growth. Above all, craft the kind of legacy you will be proud to claim. Graduates, like all good stories, this one too must come to an end. As your days at Clark have drawn to their inevitable close, the time has come for you to cultivate your own definitions of success. The story of your greatest triumphs are soon to be written, and as you author each chapter, there will likely be some climatic moments, a few tough yet important characters, and perhaps even some conflict. But as your success story begins to take shape, always remember that the story is written only by you. I ask you then, graduating class of 2020, how will you create your unique narrative of success? Thank you. It is my great pleasure to introduce an outstanding Clark alumnus who has served with distinction and provided years of service to the city of Glendale. Officer Sharon Kim is a member of Clark's class of 2003. After graduating from Clark, Sharon attended Cal State Northridge, where she studied sociology. Officer Kim, as she is known on the job, has been a police officer with the Glendale Police Department since 2007, and she's extremely proud to serve in the city where she was born and raised. Please welcome Officer Sharon Kim as she shares a few words with the class of 2020.
Congratulations to the graduating class of 2020. It's an honor to be able to address you today, although I'm sorry I cannot be in person. I wanted to start off by thanking Principal Kurtoshian and Assistant Principal Landisi for inviting me to speak to you today. I also want to welcome the staff, faculty, friends, and family who are joining us on this special day. I know this day looks a lot different than you imagined it, and that your senior year was cut short by this global pandemic. You're deprived of your prom, grad night, and a graduation. You weren't able to say goodbye in person to your favorite teachers or the friends and classmates you spent the last 4 years with. And as you look forward to the upcoming weeks, months, and years, it must be difficult to plan out your steps without knowing all the challenges the future might bring. But as a graduate of the school myself, I can tell you how perfectly Clark has prepared you to face and overcome the exact challenges you might be anticipating. At Clark, you learned how to problem solve, how to tackle a problem with critical thinking and tenacity, and find a solution. You learned how to react to obstacles and improvise and adapt, skills which served you well as you distance learned over the last few weeks of your high school career. And as you step into the next phase of your life, you should do so with confidence that the lessons you learned at Clark have prepared you for any challenge life may throw at you. I look forward to hearing about your success stories in the near future. Congratulations again, and best wishes for your incredible future.
The class of 2020 is outstanding in so many ways. And our next presentation is for the top seniors that have distinguished themselves among the pack. The class of 2020 has set a high bar when it comes to academic achievement. It is now my honor to recognize the students who are candidates for valedictorian and salutatorian. Elena Joby, Ella Ramamurthy, and Edgar Sahakian. These students have a grade point average of 4.517 and above at the semester. These students are all top of their class, and they are separated by as little as 0.06 of a grade point. In addition to performing outstanding academically, they are actively involved in their school and community and represent the best Clark has to offer. The staff and I are extremely proud of your work. The salutatorian is the senior with the second highest GPA. For the class of 2020 is Elena Joby with a grade point average of 4.531. The valedictorian for the class of 2020 with an overall GPA of 4.574 is Edgar Sahakian. Congratulations. High school seniors must earn 220 credits in order to graduate. All of our top students have far exceeded the required credits for graduation by taking summer school, college classes, and courses in other programs. Deserving special recognition in their 4 years here at Clark, Sarkis Aghajanian, Catherine Antonian, Rafael Arustamian, Aren Babajanian, Jasmine Balasanyan, Naomi Beach, Menua Izagulian, Peter Grigorian, Sione Hartunian Zranande, Monte Hatamian, Matthew Honda, Sona Keshishian, Bella Kochinian, Charles Lambert, Parker Lee, Alison McCullough, Matt Orbita, Ella Ramamurthy, Melanie Sepanian, Alin Solomonian, Arman Sukyasyan, Nare Terterian, Albert Zurabian. Distinguished themselves by exceeding minimum requirements by 60 high school credits. 60 credits is equivalent of an extra year of high school work. Rima Menatsaganian and Gabriel Scott exceeded minimum requirements by 65 credits. Lawrence Asadurian, Amelia Vedisian, Nelson Bazikian, Aidan Bradley, Jasmine Carlson, Eric Federer, Sophia Hajduk, Maximilian Kovach, Melanie Mahmoodi, Shadi Salkaway, Emma Zadurian, Christopher Wackett earned 70 more credits than required for graduation. Ruben Erkanian, Hasmik Dermardirosyan, and Lucine Aghakhani earned 295 credits. That's 75 more credits than required for graduation. The following students have earned 80 more credits than required for graduation. They are Alexander Chung, Vince Matthew Helahan, and Giovanni Zarzur. And we have Elena Joby. Elena earned 100 credits more than required for graduation. That's equivalent and almost 2 extra years of high school. Absolutely amazing. Annually, high school students across the country enter the National Merit Scholarship Program by taking the PSAT, a test that serves as an initial screening of approximately 1.7 million students. Earlier this year, 16,000 semifinalists were notified that they had advanced to finalist standing. 2 of our own outstanding Clark seniors earned that distinction. Please join me in congratulating Cole Barrios and Naomi Beach, our National Merit Scholarship finalists. Congratulations. Next, please let me present the class officers of the class of 2020. President Nardin Khalil, Vice President Aline Zargarian, Secretary Nicole Zargarian.
The class of 2020 would like to present a gift that is not only resourceful, but useful.
Our class would like to give back to the students following in our footsteps and hope that we can help in any way we can.
Thank you, class of 2020, for an amazing 4 years of high school.
The class of 2020's journey began 4 years ago, and there's one person who has been with them every step of the way. We wish to acknowledge Mrs. Narine Tatavosian, who has served as their class advisor. Supporting, guiding, encouraging, fundraising, cheering these students on through all the ups and downs, she's done it all. Mrs. Tatavosian's attention to detail, creative thinking, and positive attitude have truly been an asset to the class of 2020. Thank you for all you have done. A committee of Clark faculty members selected 2 student speakers from number of submissions to present at this year's graduation. Our first speaker is Liana Azarian with her speech, Closing the Chapter.
Closing the chapter. To the graduating class of 2020, I know it seemed like this day was an eternity away, as if high school was on a torturous time loop. Now, as we sit at home during our 4th quarter, we realize just how quickly that time flew past us. We are going to say goodbye to the life that we have been accustomed to for the past 12 years and open the doors to whatever the future may hold. As a naive 14-year-old, I walked into my first day of school in August of 2016, nauseous with fear of what the next 4 years will amount to. I went through a lot of hardships, and high school was filled with experiences to learn and grow from. However, the memories I created with the friends I made are ones I wouldn't trade for the world. We're losing the frightening moments of running past the office when we're out of dress code. We're losing the rush to the lunch line before they run out of pizza. And we are losing the experience of walking down the hallway and saying hello to a former teacher who still remembers our name and asks how senior year is going. We have had 4 years of tests to worry about, essays to turn in on time, birthday parties to attend, and teenage drama to manage. After all, these were the biggest parts of our lives. Soon enough, everything will change. This graduation ceremony closes the first chapter of our lives and opens up a universe of unknown. There is a world of possibility out there, and I urge all of you to shoot for the stars, so if you fall, you land on a cloud. I urge all of you to follow your passions, create something incredible out of your life, and work towards your goals until you succeed. Never stop pushing yourself and find what makes you happy while staying determined through life's many hardships. Create the life that you've dreamt of since you were little. Create the life that your loved ones will be proud of. And most importantly, create the life that brings you joy and have someone along for the ride. As we close this chapter, we open the colossal endeavor of life. It's filled with ups and downs and includes these things called mortgages and taxes and 401k, which you didn't think about until now. It's filled with complications and challenges that we won't expect. However, the joys that come with life will outweigh the hurdles. We counted down the days to spring break. However, we got a much longer break than expected. Second semester hit the class of 2020 with a global pandemic that caused schools to switch to remote instruction for the remainder of the academic year. A class that grew up during the technology takeover and now lives in this digital era. a class that uses memes as a way to cope with the world's most horrific events. We would think about graduating high school as kids, as we would attend our siblings' ceremonies and couldn't wait for our time to have our diploma in hand. 54 days of school were stripped away from us, 54 days of sitting in a classroom with our peers and seeing our favorite teachers. No one expected it was going to be the last time we were going to walk through those halls as a student of Clark Magnet High School. This goes to show that things shouldn't be taken for granted, because even sitting in a boring classroom is something we wish we could all take back time for. So make every moment last, create memories, take risks, and enjoy your loved ones for as long as you can. I would like to thank the teachers who would explain a concept over and over again, even if we weren't listening the first time, and the teachers who always had a positive energy and could make us laugh. I would like to thank the teachers who became friends, and we could always come talk to them if we needed to. I even want to thank the teachers who expected the most from us and pushed us to do our best work. To the parents and family members who faced challenges and continue to persevere for us, I would like to say thank you. Thank you for bringing our homework to school after we forgot it. Thank you for all of the long lectures, and thank you for being our backbone for the past 18 years. It is understandable that most people yearn for the day to burst out the doors of high school. However, I hope the students here lived in the moment of their last 180 days at a school where everyone knows your name. Thank you.
Our next speaker is Lucine Aghakhani with her speech, Defined by Progress.
Good evening, parents, family, distinguished teachers and administrators, and of course, the class of 2020. On behalf of the graduating class, I'd like to thank everyone for helping us get to this momentous day, especially amid the current COVID-19 pandemic. We couldn't have done it without you. Charles Kettering once said, "The world hates change, but it is the only thing that has brought progress." It's only been 5 months, but 2020 has already become one for the books. We've experienced more change within the past few months than some of us have seen in our lifetimes, but I'm positive that something remarkable will come from this. We've come so far to be here today, yet our lives are just beginning. Remember in 4th grade when calculators were every math teacher's sworn enemy? Fast forward to AP Statistics, you're hopeless without one. Remember when our parents would tell us not to get in a stranger's car? Well, today, we click a few buttons on our phones and summon an internet stranger to take us to our desired location. In this past decade of technological innovation, Google has eliminated our need for encyclopedias, and Amazon has destroyed the retail market. However, we are now faced with a question that Google cannot answer and an Amazon shopping spree cannot erase. What's after Clark? Will we ever see each other again? We might see each other shopping at John's or in line at Porto's Bakery and remember the good old days when we thought life was hard. We might see each other at our own children's dance recital and remember the dance battles at lunchtime. All of this granted that social distancing ends at some point. We also face the equally daunting and also ungoogleable question of who we are and where we're going to go after leaving the gates of Clark. Some of us have no idea what we're going to do. Seniors, I'm sorry to tell you that there's no shortcut or quiz you can take to figure out what you're made for. Parents, if you've promised to pay for your kids' education, good luck. I suggest you get out of that agreement while you still have a chance. On the other hand, some of us think that we have it all planned out. Either we study medicine, become a lawyer, or open a business, take the MCAT, the LSAT, or drop out, have a happy family, or travel the world alone. It sounds simple. But I'm sure that every parent in the world has told their kids that life is more complicated than that. No matter how much you plan and how hard you work to execute each and every plan perfectly, something always goes wrong. COVID-19 is a perfect example of this scenario. This pandemic came in and swept away our senior year while simultaneously destroying the global economy. But we're getting through it. This pandemic is probably the biggest curveball life has thrown at us, and despite all the struggles that it has brought, the class of 2020 will come out of this stronger than ever. We are the prime example of resilience, and this situation has only affirmed our collective strength. In true Clark fashion, I have to talk about physics. I mean, it was the only class that taught us the law that would explain the rest of our lives, the second law of thermodynamics, which states that entropy is the measure of disorder and explains that the entropy of the universe is constantly increasing. So technically, we learned our fate 4 years ago. Life is only going to get harder, or in physics terms, more disorderly. But after our exemplary education at Clark, how could I not enlighten the audience with the fundamental life lessons embedded in each of our classes? In government and economics, we learned that we will never be rich, because even if we are, taxes will kill us and the stock market is bound to crash. As for English, we learned how to get out of any parking ticket with the subtle art of rhetoric. And who knew that math requires reading the book? Today marks the end of all these pivotal life lessons. We will be entering the real world armed with all the knowledge we gained in high school, like factoring polynomials and analyzing Shakespeare. You know, very normal things adults do all the time in their daily lives. But have no fear, class of 2020. At least we know that the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. How could we possibly fail in the real world with that crucial fact embedded in our brains? With that, I'd like to challenge all of you to find all the rhetorical fallacies in my speech tonight. Thank you and congratulations to the class of 2020.
The old proverb states, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. As a school, we are extremely grateful for the partnerships we have with PTSA. These volunteers go above and beyond to make sure that our students and staff are supported and cared for. One of PTSA's longtime members has volunteered hundreds of hours and served as this year's PTSA president. She's a team player and a role model. She's always so generous and gives back to the Clark community. We extend our gratitude to our partner, our friend, Dr. Elena Akopyan. As a culmination of your high school experience, this ceremony reflects your hard work, dedication, and growth over the past 4 years. GUSD Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Vivian Exchian, I present to you the members of the Clark Magnet High School class of 2020 who have met all the requirements for graduation from the Glendale Unified School District.
It is a pleasure to celebrate the class of 2020 graduates from Clark Magnet High School. As we honor their achievement, we also recognize the people who have supported our students on their path to graduation. Clark Magnet High School administrators, teachers, and staff, parents, guardians, family members, and friends, community and civic leaders, distinguished guests. Thank you all for everything you have done on behalf of our students. Students, the diploma you received today marks a significant milestone, one that will open exciting new opportunities and expand your ability to affect change in the world. Your graduation from high school represents a transition into adulthood. From this point on, your actions, words, and ideas will carry more weight and will have more lasting consequences. This carries with it the responsibility to become actively involved in the process of making the world a better place. We cannot sit around and wait for someone else to change the world. We are the ones with the power to make a difference, and we are the ones who must step up and act. In order to change the world, you will need to embrace new and difficult challenges and strive to accomplish more than you imagined possible. I have every confidence that you will meet these expectations as you have demonstrated your ability to excel academically and shine brilliantly. Clark Magnet, many honors include being designated as a National Blue Ribbon, National Green Ribbon, and California Distinguished School. Clark Magnet is ranked among the best high schools in America by U.S. News and World Report and the best STEM schools by Newsweek. Graduates, as you prepare to go out and change the world, I want to leave you with a few reflections on the world you will be changing. Without a doubt, you're living in one of the most exciting, promising, and challenging times in human history. The 21st century world is more globally connected, technology-driven, and complex than any previous era. At the same time, we're facing extremely difficult and complex challenges, including pandemics, gun violence, homelessness, rising inequality, conflicts between countries, and climate change, to name a few. I'm, however, deeply comforted by the fact that you will be the leaders of tomorrow facing these challenges. As I speak with students on campus and hearing from our Student Voice panel this year, it is clear you're raising your voices to demand a more peaceful, perfect, and equitable world. I truly cannot wait for you to take the helm of this country so that you can translate your passion into policy and create the world that the children of tomorrow deserve. I have a few pieces of advice to help you along your journey. As someone who's been in the business of disrupting the status quo for over 35 years, there are a number of things I've learned about what it takes to effect real change. I want to quickly share 2 of these lessons. The first thing I've learned is real change happens within a 50-foot radius. In our effort to change the world, we often focus on problems that are far away: global poverty, natural disasters in other countries, and discrimination in other communities. It happens when people support the individuals right around them. That's when change happens, and their family, their friends, and their classmates, and their communities feel that we influence them. Imagine if everybody focused on ensuring that the people in their 50-foot radius felt safe, respected, loved, and had what they needed to succeed. That would go a long way toward solving our global problems. So my first piece of advice is, before you change the world, start by helping the people in your immediate vicinity and build out from there. My second bit of advice is, in order to become a change agent, you first need to become an empathy agent. Today's society is more diverse and interconnected than ever. In your life, you will be required to work alongside people who have very different points of view, ideologies, and values than you do. To succeed in this world, you must become an empathy agent. What this means is that you must hone your ability to walk in someone else's shoes, understand how they think and why, and find creative solutions that are win-win for everyone. You have the power to begin doing this right now. You are all leaders of a generation where many people go onto social media to get their news and form their opinions. Too often, this information is negative, inaccurate, and divisive. You have the power to change this by posting stories that reveal the diverse experiences other people live and illuminate new perspectives. Here's something else you can do to become an empathy agent. When you are at college or wherever your journey takes you next, I encourage you to actively seek out people who think differently than you and engage them in thoughtful discussions. This will only make sense if you have different opinions and forces around you and are allowed to learn your facts and be very clear about what you are saying. Actively seeking other perspectives makes us more thoughtful, more nuanced in your perspective, and more empathetic. Become an empathy agent and you will become a much better leader. In conclusion, I want to say that there's a famous quote that I love. Change will not come if we wait for some other person or if we wait for some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we seek. Students, I have no doubt that as you go into the world, you will become the change that we've been waiting for, and make yourselves and everyone around you extremely proud. I'm thrilled to share in this joyous occasion and cannot wait to hear about the great things you will achieve. Congratulations again, Clark Magnet High School Class of 2020. Mr. Krikorian, may I present the members of the Clark Magnet High School Class of 2020. The Clark Magnet High School seniors assembled here today have met all the requirements for graduation from the Glendale Unified School District, and I'm honored to recommend the awarding of their diplomas.
Thank you, Dr. Akshin, for your leadership and your dedication to all of our students and staff and district is greatly appreciated. On behalf of the Glendale Board of Education, it's my privilege to accept the class of 2020. I truly hope my message finds all of you and your loved ones in a good place due to this current circumstances. 2020 is an interesting year. It would be an understatement. I am sharing my thoughts and well wishes with all of you and your families. There's no words that could change the current crisis that we're dealing with. I would like to take the time personally to thank your principal, Ms. Kartoshian, and her staff and her classified and the custodians throughout the district. Also, I'd like to thank all the middle school and elementary school teachers and custodians you had along the way, and the PTA that helped make this all happen for all of you. We've been told our entire life that graduating from high school is one of the greatest experiences you'll ever have. The crowds cheering, your parents crying, your grandparents clapping, your uncles and aunts just enjoy, and your friends as you walk across the stage. Walking across the stage is something I'm sure you're all looking forward to. The coronavirus has taken away a lot from all of us: work, money, time, friends, and even life. However, I don't want to focus on the sad. Not being able to walk at graduation is something I'm willing to lose for your safety and your family's safety. Each of you have accomplished so much throughout your time in Glendale Unified School District, and that can't be taken away from you. The point I'm trying to make is just because our lives has changed doesn't mean our lives are over. But for now, cherish the new moments that you're finding during the time of crisis with friends and family that you never would have experienced before. Focus on the good and forget the bad. You're not alone. In fact, there's 3 million other high school seniors graduating throughout the United States of America at this moment. Now more than ever, it's vital that we stick together as a country and as a nation, as one, as we face major crossroads. To quote a great American president, America will never be destroyed from the outside. If we falter or lose our freedoms, we will be because we destroyed ourselves. Abraham Lincoln. In conclusion, the class of 2020, you have my heart and prayers as long as we say forever Clark strong. Keep safe, keep hopeful, and most importantly, wash your hands. God bless you and God bless America.
Thank you, Mr. Krikorian. We will now call each student's name as we confer the diplomas.
David Abovian. Anthony Abrahamian. Amira Abu Jaber. Eileen Aghajanian. Sarkis Agajanian. Renee Agajanian. Mher Alexandrian. Pauline Agajani. Eric Aghakhani. Lucine Aghakhani. Anthony Akverdian. Elena Akopyan. Abdullah Al-Ani. Leah Alexandrians. Mher Alexandrian. Natalie Ananian. Morgan Andrews. Catherine Antonian. David Antonian. Kirsten Antonio. Ava Garcia. Rafael Arustamian. Erika Mane Artunian. Kanara Arutunian, Milena Asatarian, Larissa Asadurian, Lawrence Asadurian, Nadine Alizi, Sophie Atmajian, Ani Avakian, Nicole Avakian, Emin Avedian, Amile Avetisian, Amrin Azad, Liana Azarian, Aren Babachanyan, Liana Babakhanyan, Seda Badalian, Jasmine Balasanyan, Angela Barakazian, Cole Barrios, Nelson Bazikian, Naomi Beach, Tina Bedrossian, Lord Belen, Jeremiah Bennett, Rose Barrow, Susie Boyajian, Aidan Bradley, Jasmine Carlson, Giovanni Castillo, Kiarifum Chantorn, Alaina Joby, Alexander Chung, Elijah Cruz, Emmeline Danga, Eduard Darbinyan, Angelo Datwin, Ohanna Davidians, Alexa Di Carlo, Soler Demerjian, Alexandra Derbogosian, Edward Dermardirosian, Juan Paulo Diaz, Alec Dilanchian, David Jalayan, Margarita Dobroyan, Nebonit Duman, Lily Dal, Ani Jambazian, Natalie Jambazian, Ruben Erkanian, Menua Esagulian, Celine Esmaeli, Tony Esposito, Anna Federson, Eric Ferderer, Carlos Francis, Lucas Freire, Ava Garcia, Anna Gasparian, Tina Gözalyan, Aren Gevorkian, Arutin Kahramanyans, Arvin Galusyan, Andre Garibian, Patrick Gazarian, Eric Gazarian, Michael Gonzalez, Peter Grigorian, Sofia Hayduk, Anahit Hayrapetian, Haik Hajibekian, Ani Hakopian, Bahram Hakopian, Nairi Halebian, Gale Hambartsumian Fard, Siyune Hartunians, Michael Hartunian, Monte Hatamian, Vince Matthew Hilahan, Matthew Handa, Andrew Hovanesian, David Hovanesian, Anita Hovsepian, Ani Igitian, Tigran Isayan, Tanya Jangolian, Egypt Jimenez, Vartan Kagijan, Adam Kaplan, Raj Kapoor, Nune Karakhanian, Shant Karapetian, Shushan Karapetian, Tigran Karapetian, Katyana Kasparian, Andrew Kasparian, Nanette Kegulian, Elijah Kaim, Soler Kelsey, Gary Kimjan, Sona Keshishian, Mary Kashkarian, Rita Kashkarian, Biaina Khachaturian, Robert Khachaturian, Nardin Khalil, Eric Khambabai,
Christina Khankoyan, Michael Koyoyan, Emily Kazertian, Bella Kochinian, Maximilian Kovach, Charles Lambert, Parker Lee, Elliot Lubrin, Sydney Lubrin, Mirella Magardician, Melanie Mahmoodi, Tade Majnounian, Alex Malikian, Lance Perry Maniquez, Samantha Mansoor, Julia Manukian, Ronnie Margusi, Francesca Marinas, Aaron Marks, Levon Marderosian, Irvin Marderosian, Reed Maruyama, Joseph Mashati, Nicholas Matavosian, Allison McCullough, Cynthia Mehrabi, Abdiel Mendez, Tomik Stephen Messerkhani, Tamara Mikayelyan, Haik Minasian, Malina Minasian, Selena Mehrabian, Daniel Mirzakhanians, Rima Manatsakhanian, Yeprem Muradian, Andre Musadarian, Leanna Najarian, David Nazarian, Monica Nazarian, Anna Ohanian, Matt Gabriel Orbita, Hayat Oenat, Christopher Osokomonian, Peter Palangian, Andranik Panikian, Minnie Park, Armina Barurian, Catherine Pachoyan, Michelle Petrosian, Ronnie Petrosian, Anna Petrosian, Harutun Petrosian, Dieter Hingul, Ella Ramamurthy, Lois Ramillo, Ronald Ricafort, Lily Rim, Brandon Risenko, Hike Safarian, Edgar Sahakian, Shadi Falklaway, Carmel Elise San Jose, Narek Sargisian, Eileen Sarkisian, Anna Sarukhanian, David Sarian, Alexandra Schmidt, Gabrielle Scott, Dasam S, Sina S, Melanie Sapanian, Jennifer Sermanukian, Nicole Sermanukian, David Shahi, Nellie Sharafian, Stella Simonian, Robin Lee Simpson, Areen Sipan, Armenuhi Soldurian, Tristan Sotkomkam, Alin Sogomonian, Matthew Sorber Petri, Athena Stepanian, Arman Stepanian, Arman Sukiasian, Lara Sulayan, Melania Tadavosian, Hadak Tamasian, Serlin Tahmasian, Anthony Darbinyan, Sarin Teker, Hasmik Dermartirosian, Arlene Teravagian, Nare Terterian, Michael Tolmajian, Vahe Torosian, Martin Tobekhakian, Emma Zaturian, Justin Gabriel Umali, Chris Vaskanian, Jean Vasquez, Ernie Vialta, Christopher Waked, Tanya Yerian, Julie Yemenian, Lucine Yengibarian, Talina Yepremian, Giovanni Zarur, Alex Zadorian, Naomi Zaldana, Emily Zamanian, Aline Zargarian, Arpa Zargarian, Nicole Zargarian, Albert Zarabian.
The movement of the tassel from one side of the mortarboard to the other symbolizes a student's completion of schooling. Nardine, please do the honors.
Right to left.
Congratulations to the class of 2020. Graduates, I thank you for giving so much of yourselves to the Clark community, both in and out of the classroom. Your accomplishments have made us proud and are cause for celebration. I'm confident that your pride in being a Panther will grow in the coming years. Continue to show the same level of talent and character that has so far carried you to this point in your lives. Please remain connected and mentor the students who will follow you. Your enthusiasm, dedication, and engagement with Clark assures our mutual legacy of optimism, excellence, and purpose. Congratulations and best wishes for a fulfilling and prosperous future. Parents and families, thank you for being the driving force behind the success of our students and entrusting us with your students every day for the last 4 years. It has been an honor and a privilege to play a part in the education of these young people. Class of 2020, this concludes our graduation ceremony. Thank you.